my cousin after she abandoned her baby on my porch 17 times while I screamed no through the window.
Oh my God.
Don't leave us with the babies! No! Stop! She's knocking on the door. Stop it! Don't you do it! Don't you do it!
Welcome to this episode of No Unsolicited Advice. I'm Sade, your host, and these are my co-hosts, Steve and Craig. Now, please, as we get into the story of the day and the question of the day, remember, we are just your average Joe Schmoes. Take our advice and opinions with a grain of salt, and if you need professional help, seek it elsewhere because this is not the forum for that. All right, guys, let's get into the question of the day. Do family elders deserve unconditional respect? Maybe I need to say that again. My mic went out. Do family elders deserve unconditional respect?
Who's going?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Why do you feel that way, Craig?
Well, so I have a very, very big family.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was younger, we was always having these big family reunions. We was 200, 300, 400 deep in Long Island, New York. So if y'all ever know the islands up there, we run it. Since my pops passed and his sisters and everything right there, we can't even get 25 people to come to a family reunion. You know what I'm saying? So in my humble opinion, I believe that the elders are like the glue, for the family to stick together, because with this advent of social media and all these things like that, people are starting to think that Facebook is family reunions. You know what I'm saying? So no, I believe our elders deserve unconditional love, even though like I am now, I'm not telling my age, turning into an elder.
Okay. What about you, Steve?
Well, Craig, it sounds like you about to be that glue, because it's now up to you.
Yeah.
These kids ain't trying to listen to nobody.
See, this is no. I don't know. I can really only go by, because we grew up pretty stationary.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was only like our immediate family that we grew up with, and in the religion that we was in. That was pretty much it. We did have an aunt that we saw more frequently than anybody, and uncle who me and him got closer when I got older. But everybody else was real distance.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard for me. The only ones I really can go with is the nursing home that we worked at. Like the nursing home, those people became my family. Like they became like the aunts, the great aunts, and the great uncles, and the grandpappies type thing. So,
and I worked with you there, and there was some off the chain individuals there.
Oh yeah.
And so again, do you think that unconditional respect is due them simply because of their age?
It should be.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it should be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, the thing with that is sometimes you can give people unconditional respect and love, and because of how they were brought up, you have to talk to them how they were brought up, and soft and cuddly is not the way that they were brought up. So you gotta talk to them with a little bit of bass in your voice, and you gotta they saying stuff to you, you kind of gotta say it back to them, and you gotta not utterly disrespect. There's those lines that are, something's disrespectful, but then there's lines that somebody's kidding, and there's somebody's joking, or he's just talking to you rough. So that's what helped me learn that there. Well, actually, my uncle helped me with that. when one time we were together, and in goodness, man, everybody was trashing on me and my cousins, man. We were the youngest there. And man, when I say every older person was trashing on us, oh man, my my cousin brother, he still talks about that to this day. He is scarred about how the old people treated him. And I was like, but I said, man, my brother was doing that to me. Your father was doing it to everybody, and this and that, this and that. Now, what made me, this is totally off subject, but what made me kind of stand up for myself was my mom finally, because I was like, you always protected me, and why ain't you saying nothing? Why ain't you saying nothing? I want you to say something to me. And she's like, no, you need to go ahead and pay attention to what your uncle is saying. And I'm like, he's mean. And she was like, no. Just, stand up for yourself. There comes a time when you can't let people, no matter who they are, you can't let them run all over you.
Yeah.
And she's like, this part of the family up here, they're really rough and tough. And when they see you always like this, they think that you're weak. So you got to toughen up. You got to stand up for yourself. Once I did that, it was like a whole new world opened up. I was maybe 12 years old. And once I finally stood up to him and finally stood up to one of my bigger cousins, and they were like, okay, cool. Come on, let's go. Let's have a ball. Yeah. But it still was respectful. And I think that, there is
following elders. We're just respecting them, right? We're not
That's what I'm saying. So respect. The whole thing is read the room, know what's happening, and be able to always show that respect.
Yes.
For older people, always have, but don't let them disrespect you, especially as an adult. Yeah. When you become an adult, and that was something that I went through too. Like with my older brother and my sister, my mom, like eventually it's like, there comes a time that you got to be respectful, but you have to stand up for yourself. And a lot of times people will be like, oh, you're being disrespectful. No. Hold on.
Boundaries are needed.
Yeah. It's like, I am, as my brother would always make a joke is say, well, I don't know why you always wanted to act like an adult. You was only 3 years old. I was like, I was only 3 years old. He would go back younger and younger. He's like, well, you was only 6. So why? I wasn't 6. Sir, I was 18. I was 19.
I mean, look, that's what I feel. See, what he just said is what I feel is what's wrong with, like some of these kids just think that they're older and they know better, and I think
that's part of the internet.
I think that if my thing is always like, if you just sit back and listen, you can always learn something from our elders. And I think, that's what's probably missing in the newer generations, because there's way too much information out there, and these kids out here look like they have access to everything. Yeah.
I partially agree with the both of you. I partially disagree. And the only reason I say partially disagree is because some families believe that it doesn't matter how much older you are than a person. If you are older, you can talk down to them. So, excuse me. For example, if you have an aunt that is only 5 years older than you, she expects you to, and this is not for everybody. Everybody does not experience this in their family, but there are just some people who consider themselves your superior simply because they are older than you. Now, whenever I read this and I see the word elder, I'm thinking the patriarchies of the family. So the grandfathers, great grandmothers, I definitely think that they deserve respect, even if they are not respectful to you. I still believe that they deserve a measure 100%. Of your respect. And as an adult, I do think it's healthy to set boundaries to, you know, like you're not going to beat me upside the head every time I come to your house, you know, like I'm gonna, if that's gonna be the case, then you're gonna get a hey grandmama, bye grandmama type of thing.
I mean, that being said, though, I do have a nephew and a niece that are older than me. Just that being said, so yeah.
Okay, and do they talk down to you?
No. I mean, one of them actually called me Uncle Craig, so that's actually it's a weird little dynamic. But yeah, he does call me Uncle Craig.
Now, sometimes the reason why that is because there is a hierarchy. Same way it is in a lot of these jobs. If there is no supervisor around, there is no parent around, the person with the most experience and the person that has been on the job the longest is the person that's held responsible. So when you're older, that is something that they kind of do. If something goes down, where's Sheila? Where's Sheila? Sheila was here. Sheila should have known that this and that. Where's Carl? Carl, you the oldest. So it's like parents constantly do that, and older people kind of do that. Well, we left you in charge, and it's like, well, you didn't say I was in charge, but you the oldest. Mm-hmm. So, you know,
our mics are kind of really. Maybe it's just mine.
It's just the headset.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's just the headset. The mic is working good.
What do you think,
so, like I said, I have an experience with a family member who is an aunt that is 9 years older than me, and we have bumped heads for so many years.
I can't imagine why.
So many years.
No, we can't imagine why.
I can't imagine why.
You know, and the crazy thing about it is I do see some similarities in our personality. However,
can't imagine why.
However, and some of my other family members can attest to this. The way that she treats other people is not very nice. And I think that I'm a nice person. But I'm not going to tolerate somebody hitting me or being degrading, like trying to drag my reputation and stuff through the mud because of things that happened when I was a child. Like
that's family.
I'm not gonna stand there and take it and just be expected to be like, yes, ma'am, yes, auntie. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, it comes that time. Like I said, you gotta stand up.
Yeah,
you gotta stand up. You ain't got to. Once again, you ain't got to be disrespectful. You ain't got to, start pulling tracks out of the hair and all this other stuff.
Hey, listen, if a person tries to hit me, if a person tries to hit me, I'm sorry, I'm just not going to stand there and be hit by somebody
Well, look, I mean, if we're going to go by the definition of, like you said, the grandmothers and all those things, and the elders like we're talking about.
If we're talking about elders, I agree.
Yeah, in that context, yeah, absolutely. They deserve recognition. I mean, what we're talking about is, these, you know how families.
The younger, younger people who promote themselves to elders.
Those elders, yeah.
They promote themselves to that role. Then no, I don't think that it should be unconditional. Respect should be earned.
Earned, for fine. High five to that.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think we are under consensus of that. We've got our answers out. Let's go into the story of the day. The story of the day title says, "Am I the a-hole for calling CPS on my cousin after she abandoned her baby on my porch 17 times while I screamed no through the window?"
Oh my God.
Don't leave us with the babies. No! Stop! She's knocking on the door. Stop it! Don't you do it! Don't you do it!
That's exactly what I imagined when I read this story.
Stop it! Put that baby back in the car! Put that baby back in the car!
Oh my
17 times.
17 times. Let me get the story out. I'll read it to you. All right. My cousin dropped her 6-month-old on my front porch like a package and drove off while I was screaming at her through the window that I had a work meeting starting in 5 minutes. I work from home as a software developer. Apparently, that means I have unlimited free time to babysit, according to my cousin, who had her baby last year and immediately decided I was her backup daycare. She started with texts. Hey, can you watch Emma Tuesday? Just for a few hours? I said no. I'm on video calls half the day and I have deadlines. She got mad and said I was being selfish, that family helps family. Then she just started showing up. The first time, she knocked on my door at 8 a.m. with the baby in a car seat. I have a doctor's appointment. I'll be back by noon. I told her I had back-to-back meetings and couldn't do it. She literally set the car seat down on my porch and said, she's fed, she'll probably sleep, thanks so much, and walked back to her car. I followed her outside in my pajamas, yelling that she needed to take her baby. She got in her car and just drove off. She just left. I stood there holding this car seat with a sleepy baby inside, completely panicking because my stand-up meeting started in 10 minutes. I called her probably 15 times. No answer. I called her husband. He said, oh yeah, she mentioned you were watching Emma today. I told him I absolutely was not, that she abandoned her baby on my porch. He laughed like I was joking and said he was at work and couldn't help. I had to bring the car seat inside and do my entire morning with this baby next to my desk. She woke up screaming around 10. I had to go off camera and try to figure out how to make a bottle while my team waited. When my cousin finally came back at 2 p.m., she acted like nothing was wrong. Thanks so much. You're a lifesaver. I told her to never do that again. She said, come on, you work from home. It's not like you're doing real work. That pissed me off. I do real work. I make good money doing real work that requires actual concentration. She did it again 3 days later, and then again the next week, and the week after that. Always the same routine. Show up, put the baby down, leave before I could stop her. Sometimes she'd text, on my way, 5 minutes before arriving so I'd see it too late. I started keeping my door locked, but then she'd just leave the car seat on the porch and drive off anyway. One time, it was raining. I called her mom, my aunt. She said I should just help out since I'm home anyway and my cousin is struggling with being a new mom. I said struggling doesn't mean abandoning your child with someone who said no. My aunt called me dramatic. That's when I installed the cameras. 2 facing my porch, 1 facing the driveway. I wanted every single time documented, and I called a lawyer to ask what my options were. The lawyer said what she was doing was child abandonment, and I should document everything and contact CPS if it continued. It continued. Over 6 weeks, she dropped Emma off unauthorized 17 times. I have every single incident on video. Me opening the door and yelling no, her putting the car seat down anyway, her driving away while I'm still talking, the baby crying on the porch, me having no choice but to bring her inside because what else am I supposed to do? Leave an infant outside? I sent her a certified letter saying I would not provide childcare under any circumstances and any further unauthorized drop-offs would be reported to authorities. She texted back, Jesus Christ, stop being so effing uptight. I'm your cousin. The next time she did it, I called the police and CPS while she was in my driveway. The cop who showed up asked if this was an ongoing issue. I showed him the footage, all of it. He watched her pull up. Me opening the door and very clearly saying, no, I have told you no, do not leave her here, and her doing it anyway. He took a report and told me CPS would follow up. CPS came to my house the next day. I gave them everything, the videos, the text where she called me selfish for not helping, the certified letter, the police report. The caseworker looked tired and angry. She said parents tried to pull this stuff more than people realize, treating relatives like free daycare. And calling it family obligation. I didn't hear from my cousin for 3 days. Then my aunt called screaming that I'd called CPS on family, that I was trying to get Emma taken away, and I was vindictive female dog who couldn't just help someone out a few hours a week. I said a few hours. She jumped dumped her baby on me 17 times without permission. I have a full-time job. I'm not a daycare. My aunt hung up on me. 2 weeks later, I got a call from my cousin's husband. He was crying. He said CPS had opened an investigation. Oh my goodness, this is a long story. CPS had opened an investigation and they had to go to court. He didn't know she'd been doing this. He thought I'd agreed to watch Emma. He said my cousin told him I'd offered to help since I worked from home and had the time. I felt bad for him for about 5 seconds. Then remembered he laughed at me the first time when I said his wife had abandoned their baby on my porch. The court thing happened about 2 months after I first called CPS. My cousin had to go before a judge to explain the pattern of child abandonment. I got subpoenaed to bring my evidence. I brought my laptop and played clip after clip of her leaving Emma on my porch after I explicitly said no. There was one video where I'm literally standing outside in the cold telling her I'm on deadline for a major project launch, and she just smiles and says, "She'll be fine, you've got this," and drives off while I'm shouting. The judge was a woman, probably in her 60s. She watched 3 videos and then stopped me. She asked my cousin, "Is there a reason you continued to leave your infant with someone who had repeatedly refused to provide care?" My cousin started crying and said she was overwhelmed. She needed help. I was family and I should have just helped her instead of being cruel about it. The judge said, "You abandoned your child 17 times with someone who explicitly told you no. That's not asking for help. That's criminal behavior."
No.
My cousin had to take parenting classes and do supervised visits for a while. Her husband filed for divorce 3 months later. My aunt sent me a long message about how I destroyed my cousin's life over babysitting, how I should be ashamed, how I'd broken up a family. I didn't respond. My cousin sent me a message last week. "I hope you're happy. I lost everything because you couldn't just watch my baby a few hours a week. You ruined my life." I blocked her, but now my whole family is acting like I'm the villain here. My mom says I could have just told my cousin I'd call the police instead of actually doing it. My brother said I took it too far. Even my dad, who usually stays out of drama, said maybe I should have been more understanding of how hard new motherhood is. I keep thinking about that baby being left outside in the rain, about having to stop work 17 times to deal with a baby I'd explicitly said I couldn't watch, about being called selfish for having boundaries. But they're right that she lost her marriage and almost lost custody of Emma. That feels heavy. I didn't want to ruin her life. I just wanted her to stop abandoning her baby on my porch. Am I the a-hole?
Craig, go ahead and go first, Craig, and agree with these people. Go ahead and agree with her. Go ahead and agree with her family.
I have a feeling Craig is going to be like, yes, she is the a-hole.
Yeah, go ahead, Craig. We already know, but go ahead.
Okay. I mean, like, how many times, I mean, you can just tell that this is very cultural. You know, you can tell that this has, and I don't mean to be racist or put race in it, but it's got white people written all over it.
I was thinking that same thing.
Because that's not happening. That's not happening.
Yeah, she would have been dragged out that car.
Yeah.
She would have been dragged out that car. She would have been beat on every last one of them cameras.
Yeah. And after the third time, we were not there with the click. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
they would have set a trap for her.
Oh,
that's what you gonna do, boo-boo? That's what you gonna do?
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, I got some. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, there's that much. I mean, this one is pretty self-evident. What everybody will be like, no, yes, no, she's not the a-hole. No, you should have did it at date 4, the 4th time. But for her to wait 17 times.
She did 17 times, yo.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I was waiting for Craig. What can you to say that she's the a-hole? I'm like, Craig.
I'm not sure Craig was going to take sides with the cousin.
No,
I'm not sure.
I
was like, I was just waiting for it. I was like, somehow Craig is going to weasel. Because all the evidence is there.
Surprising me today.
No, this one's pretty easy.
This was easy because... Wow.
I mean, look, here's the thing. I mean, she could have done a whole lot other stuff prior to all that stuff. If you're going to wait 17 times, then to call the cops, I mean, I mean, I don't know what to even say about her. I mean, something's wrong with her as well.
she waited too long.
yeah, she waited way too long for that. Like, something wrong with her for her to be waiting that long. And now to be sitting up here like mad because all her family, like, well, I mean, how come her mama didn't come over there?
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I mean,
all these people got so much to say. Why ain't she dropping it off? Dropping the child off over there.
Right.
Because y'all seem like y'all are all on her side.
Me and baby Emma would have been taking a trip. We would have been visiting dad at work. Here you go. Here's your responsibility. We would have been visiting grandma at her job or house. Here you go. Here's your responsibility.
There you go.
You know? Or I would have been working from a coffee shop.
I mean, that's way too much. That's the way, and you can just tell that's very cultural.
Like something Cassandra would do.
Momo. That is something Cassandra might have done with Momo.
Yeah. So we definitely not liking. Yeah, we definitely both of them crazy to me. Both of them crazy.
Yeah, some people, I don't know. Maybe she just didn't know what to do about the situation.
Yeah, that's one of those things you don't. I feel like she didn't, because it's like, this is my family. This is one of those things, but it's like, and people are pressuring her. And this girl is dropping it off like an assassin.
Right.
You know? It ain't like you really know.
In the night, just like, package.
Yeah, she just dropping the baby off.
Look, this lady went up there and got cameras installed. She got a whole new,
she had to get a legal team.
Yeah.
Because talking was not working. So actually,
way too much.
So it was probably 17 times that it was recorded.
Right.
So it was even more.
Right.
Because that was 17 times that she had it documented.
Right.
With the recording. So it was.
And the judge. It's funny. When she was at court, she showed it 3 times. I would have been like, no, you need to go through, watch all of this. I went through all this work to bring this.
17 times, Judge.
You need to watch
17 times. You need to watch every last
every
encounter.
Single one, so you can feel my frustration too.
She said, nope. She was scrolling. No. Just
I watched 3. That's enough.
Yeah. No. This one's pretty This one's pretty easy.
She cried.
Oh, the judge cried. Wait, no, the woman, the cousin.
Because she knew
the cousin cried.
Yeah. And then to say, oh, it's such so hard on a new mother. Well, yes, it is hard on a new mother, but the way that she was dropping this child off was as though this was her Christmas present to herself, leaving her child with somebody else. Like,
right.
I was going to say Doctor Who.
It's not like she was a single mom, too, because she's married.
Yeah, I was about to say
she got a husband.
She had a husband.
Like,
he got there?
Yeah, we got a question. That one was pretty. Look, it's a whole lot to unpack if you look at what both of them did. Of course, what the girl dropping the baby is crazy, but I mean, who waits 17 times? who then gets a whole security system? A whole security system, to document it. Like, you could, like, all that stuff. All you have to do is call the cops one time. You know what I'm saying? And document it like after the 3rd time, and CPS will come through and all that stuff. All that 17. That was a lot to do.
Yeah, that was a bit excessive.
I mean, she said she wanted all the evidence.
Right.
Yeah. Well, when you was reading the story, when you got halfway through, I was like, okay, I already know.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, this is a long story. I was like, I should have cut this in half. I'm like, sheesh.
Intermission with that one, but it was the same thing. I see, even after the intermission, it would have been the same thing. Just more of
nonsense.
She left it.
Yeah.
She left the baby again.
Yeah. And
but again, some people, once again, this is when you have nothing but yes men, yes people around you. Get real people, even family members. Get real people around you.
Yeah.
Like you ain't got nobody to tell you. You probably shouldn't just leave your baby on a porch of somebody who said they don't even know how to take care of a child.
Yeah, because she said she's trying to figure out how to make a bottle. So
yeah, this lady don't know
how to make a bottle.
Like this, she ain't never said she had kids and she's a mother and all this other. You dropping the baby, the child off to a person that doesn't. She could have started abusing them.
Yeah.
That's.
I mean,
she could have started abusing the child.
The other thing that we're missing out on is, that we're kind of missing is the point is that after 3 months, the husband divorces. Like, what? First of all, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's really going on there?
Yeah, it was a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. She was delusion. She was lying and delusion. She's telling him that, oh, okay, that's that's something that we planned. So there ain't no telling what else she been lying for. Mm-hmm. And probably all those 17 times she wasn't at work. She was not doing nothing, but maybe with somebody else.
Hey,
trying to figure out, like, hey,
that's what you were saying. I couldn't hear what you were saying. So you were saying, maybe she was.
Yeah, all those times.
Yeah.
Oh,
you don't never know.
At work. She wasn't at work. She only gone for a couple of hours. Mm-hmm. She wasn't at work.
And that one time she said she was going to be back at noon, but she didn't come back until 2. So you done opened up a whole nother can of worms. She might have been cheating on her husband.
Husband divorced 3 months later.
Yeah, because 3 months later, that's like, what are you doing? Yeah. Wait a minute, what was you doing? You told me you was doing this and doing that.
Oh,
right.
You told me you had the baby.
Let's do a blood test.
All right, guys. I think that is a wrap for today's episode. I think we have our verdict, and you are not the a-hole, ma'am or sir. I don't remember if you were ma'am or sir, but you are not the a-hole.
That was a female, right?
I don't know. It didn't say.
Well, it's definitely a female.
Yeah, I'm saying
it's a female.
We'll call it a female then. You are not the a-hole, ma'am. All right. Well,
thank you for your submission.
Yes, right.
Thank you for the 17 times that didn't even get looked at in court.
Right.
How many times? Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
You did all of that.
That's what I said.
Did all that photography.
That judge would have had to look through all of this. We ain't skipping not now video. Not now.
I see enough. I see enough.
That's funny.
She ain't the pappy. She ain't the pappy, y'all.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you in the next episode. Until then, make smart choices. And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Get some smart people around you.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of No Unsolicited Advice. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you need our opinion on your life's problems, you can email us at advice@nounsolicitedadvice.net. But please do so at your own risk. And until next time, make smart choices.